In this webinar, we're going to talk about a really interesting topic. This topic is called How to Move Away from Spreadsheets to a CRM. So it's aimed at people who have never used a CRM in the first place or are struggling with those CRM solutions which are slow, which are clunky, which you think are like not making any use for your business. So today we're going to talk about a really unique product, a product that has taken a lot of evolution since it has been on PitchGround. And I really want you to pay attention to this product because this product will help you grow your business. This product is called as OneHash CRM, and they're claiming it to be fast. We have seen SaaS, we have seen that is software as a service. We have seen PaaS, which is platform as a service. But what is fast? We're going to ask the founder of OneHash CRM here, who's our special guest for tonight. So today we're going to talk about moving away from spreadsheets to CRM. Forget the old ways of collecting leads, forgetting the old ways of using spreadsheets to follow up. We're going to start this webinar, and we're welcoming our special guest for today, Rohit. Welcome to this webinar. How are you doing?
Hey, Minank, I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for joining this webinar.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
So Rohit, following up with the previous question, okay, OneHash, you're calling it a fast. So what is a fast for people who really don't know about?
So FAS is a neological of FOSS plus SaaS. FOSS is free and open source software, and SaaS, as you said, software as a service. So, there are people who face a lot of challenges with FOSS. FOSS has a problem of support, guarantee, slow development. And SaaS has a challenge of, these days they are really, really expensive. I call these SaaS more the SaaS companies these days who are really expensive, like a SaaS holes. And it has become unaffordable for SMBs, and it doesn't solve any problem. So that's why we came up with this concept of FaaS, wherein it's FOSS as a service and makes things very affordable for
Wow.
the SMBs.
Absolutely. So combining FOSS into it like a SaaS and then offering it as a service, that too keeping affordability in mind, is surely something that PitchGrounders are looking at it for the first time. So what are we doing today?
So today, I'll make my little effort and attempt when helping users, PitchGround users, how to do away with spreadsheets and move to CRM. It could be any CRM, not just ours, but then any CRM. But CRM for any SMBs is a must to scale up their business. Most of the SMBs manage their business on spreadsheets, which is good to start with, but not a great idea if you want to scale up. So I'll try my little to help how to move away from spreadsheets.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, guys, if you're excited for this webinar, type in excited down in the chat down below. And we're going to begin this because after this presentation, we will focus on the demo of OneHash. You're going to see the evolved OneHash that people were waiting to see. You're going to see a completely new CRM solution that is surely going to blow your minds away. So, Rohit, when you quickly share your screen and let's begin.
Sure. Thank you.
And guys, in the meantime, if you have any questions during the webinar, we have a special Q&A session in the end. So we'll answer every single question that you've got. So feel free to drop in your questions because we are here to answer every single question that you've got, be it CRMs, be it regarding your business and how to manage leads, getting them into a CRM, etc. All those doubts, we're going to answer them in this webinar. And if you're active, we have special prizes for you in the end as well. So stay active, ask more questions because this is going to be an amazing webinar for you guys.
So thanks, Minank. So welcome to the world's first FAS. We call it OneHash. As all of us know, no, the intention, the topic, what you're trying to do is how to do away with spreadsheets and move to any kind of a CRM. So there are 4 C's, which is very important to do away with spreadsheets and move to CRM. The 4 C's are consolidate, clean, classify, and compare. I'll take I'll take you through each of these 4 points. Before one should move away from spreadsheets, and this is going to help you do away from spreadsheets to CRM. So the very first thing which is important to do away from spreadsheets is generally we have observed most of our customers or any SMBs have multiple spreadsheets. They have their leads coming in, and then they distribute leads to their sales managers or sales executives, and eventually they end up creating a lot of spreadsheets in the system, and also they end up losing a lot of data. So very first thing is the most important thing is the first thing is to consolidate all those data in multiple spreadsheets and bring it to one single spreadsheet. To do away with spreadsheet, you have to still use spreadsheets initially. So consolidate all your data on a single spreadsheet. That's the very first thing. Number two, so I'll show an example. I'll show an example how exactly you consolidate your spreadsheets. I'll just share a consolidated spreadsheet screen. So this is some of the example wherein you consolidate the spreadsheets. If you could see, this is the spreadsheet of work order. This is the spreadsheet for the food sales. So you have to consolidate entire spreadsheet into single data and make it a single spreadsheet, something like this, and make it one. Then come point number two, clean your spreadsheet. What happens? Every individual, every sales manager, every sales executive work very differently. When, say for example, someone has closed a sales in Karnataka or someone has closed sales in Madhya Pradesh, and when they have to enter the data under the state, what they do, someone writes Madhya Pradesh, someone writes MP, or someone writes Karnataka, or someone writes KA, which is Karnataka. So it creates redundant data and not a single data. So you have to clean up your data. You have to make your data uh, you have to make your data look like each other, and it should be in complete aesthetic. Clean your data, put a and then differentiate your data. Some people write full name together, someone writes first name and then last name. So you need to really clean up your data with lot of thoughts in your mind. First name, last name, city, state, and then again state has to be in the same order, so that it's a clean data, the data is in same manner, so that once you import and move away from spreadsheets, the system works perfect for you and then eventually starts delivering results for you. So you have to clean up your data. Lot of time there are dots in the name, there are commas in the name, there's hyphen in the name, which doesn't look good. Why? Because when you do automations, when you do email automations, and when you send an email to a customer or a prospect, it uses the same data, and customer receives the email saying dear xyz hyphen dear xyz dot, and it looks bad. Few people gets a name, few people gets an email dear first name last name, few people get it as dear last name, few people get it as dear first name. So there is no aesthetic, there is no similarity. So it's very important to clean up your data, make it aesthetically completely same, and it should be done perfectly, because right now you're into spreadsheets, you can still do it and it doesn't take a lot of effort. So clean up your data, that's extremely important. I'll show you a few sample data. If you look like this, the data is extremely clean. When it's region, it's written east, west, east, west. When it's city, it's written Boston, Los Angeles. It's not LA, it's no Los Angeles. Similarly, it's written New York, not NY. It's all New York everywhere. It's a cleaned up data. No? I'm sure you can see that. So similarly, when there's a product, it's written carrot, whole wheat. So the people have not used WW. So its entire data is very cleaned up. If you see date, it is in the same format. The date has to be in the same format. Again, if you don't put dates into same format, and when you migrate from spreadsheets to the CRM, and say if you have written 10/12/2021, so the system gets confused. Is it 10th of December or is it 12th of October? So it's important you put your data in the same format. So clean your data, consolidate your data, clean your data. Then comes number three, classify. Again, the more you classify your data, the better it is for you in future once you have enough data to take out the business intelligence, to take out the MIS, to take out the reports, to build the dashboards. As much the data, the more you classify your data, you can bring and take out as many reports. A lot of time I have observed that people just put the city in a data, when they are managing their prospects or they are managing their leads, and eventually when they need and when their business grows up, these companies need to see which state is doing what kind of business. But because they have never classified state, because they have never input state in their data, they are not able to classify these states. They are not able to classify countries. So it is important you classify your data really well, and more the classification, the better it is to generate the reports, the better it is to get the intelligence, so that you can really take action driven decision making using your data, using your dashboards on any CRM for that matter, not just OneHash but any CRM for that matter. So I'll show you a quick example of a classification. Look at this data of work order. Everything is classified too detailed, too at length for entire work order, and in a different fields. Work order, district, lead tech, service, rush, requisition date, work order date. So more the data is classified, the better it is to take out the information. If you see, there's a different dates for requisition and work order date. So you can eventually also classify how many days it take after requisition and work order. So in case if you want to improve something in future, you know that. Similarly, if, say from the perspective of CRM, if you classify the date and time you received a lead, when was the first call made, when was the second call made, and when eventually was the conversion done. So if you have that data, you can see what is the turnaround time, what is the turnaround time from the first time you have received the lead, what is the turnaround time first time you have made a call to that customer or sent an email to the customer, and when eventually you have closed the business. So you can see lead generation to the closing time of the business, and then of course you can monitor this metric and then can improve on this metric. So the more you classify data, the better it is for you to generate reports. So consolidate your data, clean your data, and then classify your data. Then comes fourth most important part: compare. Make your data such that it is easily comparable. Again, for example, if you're using cities in your data, people people who doesn't have great idea about CRM, they start using text field. So when you use text field, you actually tend to make a lot of mistakes, spelling mistakes, and then you cannot generate any report, any analytics using text field. For something like city, you should have a drop down box wherein it lists out all the city, 100 cities, 500 cities, or 1,000 cities wherever you do business. So the moment you select city, it should automatically pull state and country or continent for that matter. So that way you have an accurate data, absolute accurate data for you to generate any analytics in future. So for something like city, you must use a drop down fields. Now for something like when the question is binary, when the question is yes or no, you should use a binary field, when one can select either yes or no, not text field, not drop down box, so that system knows it's binary and there is again no chance of error even for a user, and it creates an amazing user experience both for your customers externally and internally. For something like date, you must use, of course, date field only. For something like number, you should use number field. For something like product, or say for something like choices, if you're filling up a survey form, or in a CRM, if you want to select the possible opportunities, where this customer has an interest, so you can select check boxes that we have 5 products, and out of these 5 products, customer has interest in this 3 product, a prospect has interest in this 3 products, so you select, there are check boxes. So it's an exact classification of data, and you can bring out analytics based on that. So it's very important the choice of fields that you use. Is it a text field, is it a checkbox, is it an option button, or is it a binary field, is it a drop down box? So the based on data you use, that's how you should be using the field, to make you to do a detailed at length explanation. I quickly show you, say for example something like region. This is done so far, but when we create a field in CRM, this field should be either a drop down box or it should be an option button. For something like city, it should be drop down box. Again, for something like category, it should be a drop down box. So things where there can be multiple options and fixed multiple options, you should use checkbox. For things wherein it's not a multiple option, it's a single option, you should use drop down box. For dates, you should use drop down box. So once you have your data ready, it will look something like this. When you have the entire data consolidated from all the sales managers, from all the sales team, you have cleaned up your data, you have classified your data would look something like this. So each of this table, each of this column would represent a field. Each of this column would represent a field. And then you have to decide what kind of field it should be. So say for example, we are deciding here what kind of field it should be. So date should be date field. Region to me, it should be drop down box. CD should be drop down box. Category should be drop. Product should be drop down box. Quantity should be a number field. Unit price should be a currency field. The calculation becomes easier and you don't need to put currencies, the symbol of the currency. The system takes it automatically. And again, total price should either be a formula field or it should be a currency field. So that's quick about how do you classify, consolidate, clean, and compare your data, bring it together, decide which fields do you want. And once you have decided on that, that's when the role of a CRM comes in. In our case today, I'm going to explain you about OneHash CRM. So I'll quickly jump to OneHash CRM. I hope you can see OneHash CRM. That's a demo login for OneHash CRM. If you want, even you can quickly log into OneHash CRM without signing up. If you want to just come and look at our data, you can simply come to OneHash CRM and log in without signing up. So how do you go there? Go to demo.onehash.ai. Just come here, click on demo login and launch demo. So you are in the system with all the features without signing up. We don't want to bother you. We don't want you to sign up if you don't like our product. So once you have come here on the dashboard, come to CRM. The dashboard will come to CRM, come to leads. You can see all the leads here. Just click on any of the lead. The moment you click on lead, the lead get open up. One thing I would like to bring your notice is look at the speed of the CRM. To the best of my knowledge, none of the CRMs offer such kind of a super speed where you just click on the lead and the leads open up. So one of the strong USP of OneHash is the speed at which it works. So say for example, I've opened ABC Private Limited, it's opened up. So the person name is in text field. Lead owner is again drop down box. Can you see that?
Absolutely. We can 100% see that. And this is
Similarly,
like a really good part of the software where you don't have to even sign up. Just come in, watch it, and try it, test it out, etc. So we've been getting questions as well, but let's proceed.
so I could, as of now, I'll quickly take you through some of the great features. So one of the great features which we have here is comment. So if there's a lead someone is working on and you want to follow up with your manager or say your subordinate, you can simply come here and add comment, type at the rate like how you do in Facebook and write it. How's it going with the prospect? And control enter. So what happens? The activity gets logged and administrator in this case will get an alert that someone wants to chat about this lead. So it becomes easy. You can keep the log, you can keep the record of leads and the chat on it, and the user gets a notification. And then everything which happens here on the lead gets logged. So for example, I've changed person's name from A by C, XYZ to PQR and saved it. Again, it will get logged here.
Rohit, we have to pause for a moment because
So,
we got a comment saying that there's been no sound since the last 3 minutes, which is really odd. So, guys who are watching this webinar, can you quickly confirm us if you can hear the sound all right or not? Because we don't want your experience to be really bad, and that's why for this interruption. So, can you please quickly confirm if you can hear us or not? And that would be really great. So yes, users are confirming that they can hear And on my end as well, I can see that the sound bar is going. I've been checking the sound as well, my mic sound, everything is proper. So if I'm unable to hear, I suggest uh, refreshing the tab and rejoining it. That would completely fix it, because I don't want you to miss out on this webinar. Your name is not coming up, so can you please quickly rejoin? Yes, refresh page. Okay, now. Glad. Awesome. This is working. Yeah. Please go ahead, Rohit.
Sure. Thank you, Minang. So similarly, you can attach any kind of a documents in this lead. You can send it for review to your manager. You can share this lead temporarily with your colleagues. Say, for example, you're going for a holiday or an off for 3 days, and it's an important lead for you. You can simply come share this document with your colleague that he has a read access and add his name. So the person will get an access. It's a temporary allocation. You can tag this lead, as it's important. So once you have tagged it, you can actually filter it based on tags. So and you can add as many fields you want in the system. And then you can create different sections. It's quite easy. It's all do it yourself and UI based. You don't need to code anything for that. You want to create any field, you can simply create it. I'll just quickly show you. Say for example, I want to customize this form. I'll just come here, I'll click on customize. One second. And the customization opens up. All the fields are opened up. If you want to add any field, just come here, add a row, give a name to lead. Say for example, forecast. The data type would be currency. Give a name to the field. If there are options, and just update, and the field will get added immediately and automatically. You don't need to literally do anything. It's all completely your user based. No customization is required. I'll go back to leads again. So if you can see, there are multiple type of fields. You can create any type of fields you want. You can share it. You can send it for review. You can put a tag. If you like it, you can just like it. Again, once you like it, it's available to you in filter. Any comments? You can see all the comments here, all the change history here. So I shared this lead. So again, it got logged here. The demo shared this document with John Matt. So if you want to send an email, just come here, click send email. There's no mail ID, else it would have come automatically here. Write your email and just send it from here. Nothing else. Again, you can send a copy to yourself. You can request for read received. You can attach. Very comprehensive solution. Similarly, if you see one of our can you see this red heart here? So because you have liked it, you can see red heart here. And if you want to filter all the red hearts, all your like ones, just come here, click here. You can see it will immediately get filtered. Similarly, you can see all the tags which are there, and you can filter using tags like this. Again, you can remove all the filters. So we have very comprehensive filters. These are standard filters. You want to put any other filters, you can simply create. You can simply apply as many filters you want, put the values. And it will be available. So you can apply as many filters you want. You can clear it. It's there. Similarly, we have multiple views. That's again one of a very amazing feature with OneHash. If you see, this is list view, where you see all your leads in a list view. You can see different views. There's something called as image view. So the entire leads you can see on an image view. Generally, image view is very useful when you're using it for products. You want to see the image of the product. So if you do that, you can see those images of the products here. So these are called image view. Similarly, you can use kanban view. So the entire leads get converted into kanban view. These are again very useful when you use it for pipeline. These are certain leads which are into lead stage. These are into open stage. These are into opportunity stage. These are into replied stage. These are into converted stage. So you can filter your leads in a Kanban view based on the stage that lead into. That's an amazing view. A lot of sales guys in the world like kanban view. It's a fantastic view. Similarly, you have calendar view. Calendar view again is majorly useful when you want to see, how many people you want to call today, right? So you can see the appointments here, that how many calls do I have to make today. Who So on, say, first, I want to call Sandeep, on 8th Vivek, on 13th Shreya. You can also create a calendar view based on birthday for your prospects or for your customers, so you know when to call whom. It makes life easy. It makes user experience of your sales executive, sales manager, sales head extremely amazing. Again, so we have a fantastic dashboard as well. I'll just quickly show you the dashboard. And you can create the way dashboard you want. Again, it's no code required. It's very quick. I could have taken you to a detail how to create dashboard, but in the best interest of your time, you know, I'm just showing how does it look like. So you can simply create your dashboards. You can create your list. You can create your reports. Put your reports in the dashboard, and then you can see your dashboards. It's amazing. It's beautiful, and then you can keep an eye on the entire analytics. How is that your team doing? Another great thing that we have with OneHash is the notifications, the marketing automation. You can literally set up the entire drip campaigns, drip email campaigns, marketing automation on OneHash. You don't need any other applications. All you need to do is come to notifications. Once you come to notification, add a new notification, give a name to a notification. For example, welcome email. I want to send this notification on email. Again, OneHash has integration, pre-built integration with email, Slack, SMS, and WhatsApp. System notification is something like which comes in the system here, if you can see. So say I want to send a welcome email using email channel. Subject is welcome to OneHash, and the sender is colors by OneHash. So what exactly sender is? The from email ID. You can configure as many email accounts you want using POP or SMTP, and can then decide the email will go from using what email ID. And say I want to send email you on lead as soon as the lead. So I'll say send an email when a new lead is created, or a lead is saved, or a lead is submitted, or a lead is cancelled, or say I select days after. That's again very exciting thing. So I say send and welcome email days after creation on 5 days. So what it says, send an email 5 days based on created date, after 5 days based on created date when a lead is created. That's it. And then you can put up a condition here in case you want. So you can set up a condition that send this email only if state is equal to Karnataka, something like this, in case you want to put any conditions. And then just come here and say, send this email to the owner of the lead, to the email address of the lead. So whatever email fields are there on the lead document, all those fields would be visible here. That's why again classification is very important. And then you can simply write a message here. So you can simply write a message here. Something like this, and that's it, and save it. And as soon as the user signs up and his leads come in the system, an email will get triggered. And using this days after, you can set up the entire drip campaign, entire marketing strategy. So days after, days before. Again, days before is very useful when you want to send reminders for payment, reminders for due date of payment. So you can set up that send this email for payment due 5 days before due date every year. This is very useful when it comes to birthday wishes, anniversary wishes, value change. So say for example, the value of one of a particular field in the lead was interest rate, and I create a condition that on a change of value, if value is changed from interested to not interested, an email would go saying that, and we say the reason for not interested is price. So email can go automatically get triggered that we are offering you 30% discount. Again, we'll not get into too much detail, but you can use that's how you can use value. So that's again, notification is an amazing feature, and you can literally set up the entire email marketing campaigns over here. You can set up your entire email marketing drip campaigns using notifications. You can see your entire sales funnel, sales pipeline using sales analytics, the entire report. You can export these reports. You can create cards based on this report. You can set charts. You can add this report to dashboard. You can export this report again in Excel or CSV. You can export this report on PDF. You can print it. Another great feature in CRM is, and this is there with most of the CRM, and one of the key reason why you should do away with spreadsheets is security of data. When you manage spreadsheet, literally everyone has access to all the data, right? With CRM, you can set up the entire hierarchy control. So we call it user permissions. You can decide who can. So, say for example, a user called Anand, what this means is a user called Anand, based on a field called as SaaS user, can only see those records which has this particular value. That's all. So Anand will not be able to see any other leads in the system other than these values. So that's how you can set up a comprehensive user permission for all your users. Not just that. It's a salesperson tree. So you can set up your entire salesperson tree. So when you set up a team, when you have a team, you have a pretty long team, right? You have a sales manager, you have a sales executive, you have a sales head. So you can set up the entire tree so that a sales executive can see data that belongs to him. A sales manager or a regional manager can see data based on the data belongs to his team or his region, right? Similarly, a national head or a sales head can see the data of entire nation or entire team. So you can set up the entire hierarchy here. One, two, three. That's how you can set up using this. You can set up unlimited hierarchy for the entire sales team. So your data is very protected, and people would be able to see only those data which belongs to them. And this is automatically replicated in the entire dashboard, reports, and analytics as well. So, say for example, I'm a sales executive, so I'll be able to see analytics based on only those data that belong to me. And say Minang is a sales manager, so Minang would be able to see the data belongs to his entire team, the consolidated data. That's what matters, Minang, right? And similarly, say Udit is a national head, so Udit would be able to see the data of the entire sales team. He will not need to consolidate data. It will come completely automatically. Again, I'll show you another great feature called as role permission manager. It's one of again fantastic. Uh,
Guys, in the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat down below. We are taking in all questions. So, yes.
so, for example, I have opened lead module and I have opened details for system user. That's a system manager. So what this says is a system manager will have access on the lead document. Of course, there's a complete pipeline for CRM: lead, opportunity, sales, quotations. Here we are talking about lead. Uh, so system manager on lead document or a lead module will have an access to read. write, basically edit, create, but doesn't have access to delete, can print, can send email, can use it on reports, doesn't have access to import, doesn't have access to export, and doesn't even have access to set accesses and user permissions and have access to share. So you can decide what kind of user, what kind of role can have what kind of access in what kind of module. So you can literally set up any kind of an access control, granular permissions, and can protect your data very well, almost at length and at depth. You can also, in fact, set up that these certain users cannot even see the phone number fields or cannot even see the email IDs. If you remove this read, then this set of users will not be even be able to see the field. So you can protect all your fields as well. He'll be able to work on everything, but will be not able to do anything else. Besides, we have some fantastic integrations.
Yes, integrations is something all the lifetime deal holders are excited about. They usually keep on talking, okay, with this have this integration, that integration, etc. So, what are the integrations that a user can expect with OneHash?
Yeah. So we have some fantastic integrations. More than that, it's a complete API ready. It's very comprehensive API, and even if there is no pre-built integrations available, you can easily integrate it using Zapier or Integromat or the many integration platforms these days available. So you can simply use OneHash API, which is available for all the modules and all the possible actions one can think of. So we have integrations for AWS, S3, PayPal, Woo, Shopify, Slack, Plate. Plate is quite exciting and quite important when it comes to banking integrations. Google Docs, Dropbox, WhatsApp, SMS, email.
Amazing, amazing.
So you can see all the integrations here. Again, LDAP, OAuth, WooCommerce, Amazon, Braintree, Razorpay, Stripe, Go Cardless, Twilio, Plate, Exotel. So we have all the possible integrations. Last thing I'll show you is one of the features I really like a lot, and you should not miss that. This is this is something, it's an amazing feature. So for example, I open a lead. Let me find that magic lead. I'll filter it using email ID like suggest. I've opened this lead and I want to enrich this data. This is the only information I have for this particular lead, and I want more information. So I'll just come here. I'll click on enrich data. I'll click on profile enrich. I'll say enrich this data based on email ID. I'll click submit. So system is gonna hit the entire social media. Again, we have few backend integration, and it will fetch all the details of Rohit Gadia available in public domain. So that's my information, that's my address, that's my all possible phone numbers, that's my LinkedIn profile details, education, everything else. Maybe you want to try something else. uh Minang, you want to give your number, your email ID?
Oh, yes. It's MWENANK22 at gmail.com. Yeah.
22.
At gmail.com. Yeah.
Sorry, Minang, asking a personal mail ID. Just
No,
want to
it's
show my
completely
kid.
all right.
The
Wow.
moment I entered Minang's mail ID, I got his photograph, and he looks handsome.
Amazing.
I'm sorry, Minang, I might get your number.
No, it's all
So,
right. I want to see it. I
file
truly want to
engage,
see it. Yeah.
email, submit. So this mail ID is generally not used on public domain, for sure. Else I would have definitely got the data, Minang.
No,
This is
I was
not.
like, wow, this is exciting.
So I could get your photograph, but then I'm really sorry. But probably this is something you're not using extensively on public domain. Else I would have definitely got the data. Maybe you want to give me
Lovely.
the mail ID of any of your friend or something or try. But then of course, you have seen the photo, right? So I think you've seen
Yeah.
half magic, if not full.
100%. This is
So probably
this is
once
something I've
again,
never seen with any tool out there, especially CRMs. They don't have this kind of data enrichment that's happening right now. Well, I was like, how fast it generated
yes.
my photo. That
And
was
that's
like
not all,
mind
Minang.
blowing.
Let me show you something more. So
Love it.
generally,
Love it.
CRM is being used B2B and B2C. So this is about people, right? Of course, you do business P2P, people to people. But say you want to enrich data of a company, right? So say for example, uh, let's do it for a company called as Brand Concepts. Okay, so I've come here. I'll come here. I'll do Finrich. So this enriches the financial data of a company. I'll click on Finrich Plus, and
Oh,
this
okay,
is all
okay.
brand concept, right?
Yeah,
So
super
this is the
interesting.
only name. Else, if it's a similar name, it will give me an option to select. For example, I'll just enter Reliance. Okay, one second. It's already enriched. That's why. Let me
Got
try
it, got it.
somewhere else. Say Vishal. I'll try this. I'll remove this. Else I'm gonna get error because we don't intend to contact them. Okay, and so I'll put here brand. Okay, save. I'll come here, Finrich Plus. So I'm saying find me companies with this name. I got these names right. I'll click on this and I got the details. So it shows me that this is 13-year-old company. These are last 5 to 7 years of financials. These are their credit ratings. These are their loan charges, bank charges which are closed, related companies, related directors, past directors, possible related parties, potential director and their potential companies, and all the details. So when you are into B2B business, right? And before you close a deal with any other B2B company, you want to see their data, you want to see what kind of business they're into, who are their directors, what are their revenues, what are their top line. So it literally enhances all the company details. If you want to test with any other company, Minal can share a company name with me.
Why don't we just test it out with PitchGround?
You want me to do that?
Yeah, 100%.
All
I've
right.
been like telling, I was like thinking, okay, why
So,
you don't should enter PitchGround over there? So
okay,
yeah.
so page ground. I'll open some other lead, the Fox data.
Guys, comment if you think this is mind blowing because I've never seen this feature in any CRM tool out there that has been on PitchGround. So
Okay, I'm pitch. So it's gonna give me all the company name with the name of Pitch. So PitchGround is not based in India, right?
yeah, it's not based in India. Yeah.
Okay. So right now only this particular integration, not the profile enrich. Profile enrich
Okay.
is worldwide, but right now only this particular integration of company enrich is with India. Of course, we are work in progress in partnering with literally across the globe. So this is not available. Any other company name in India you want to share?
Um, any other local company name in India? Uh, how about Portronics? I think it's an Indian company. I'm not sure.
Portronic. So I hope that's their name. I'll come here. I'll Finrich
Yeah.
Plus. Portro. So you got Portronics
Yeah, yeah.
Digital.
They are the ones.
So I'll
Yeah.
click here. So it's gonna go back, hit the data, got the data. So it has 102 employees, one location, 11 years old company. That was their 2020 revenue. These are their
Wow.
bank charges, and the other director, just Mr. Jasmeet Singh and Miss Preeti Gadok, the
This is
director.
amazing. This is amazing. Wow.
So the only thing is, these two enrichment of data, because we also work with third party. This is not unlimited. Just bring it in notice, because we also work with a third party to get this data, and even with few of the government agencies who also charge you on per data basis where you access it. So that there's a clarity. I am bringing it to the notice. That's all.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So that's quick about demo. I could have spoken a lot, but that's all for now, I guess. And if there's any questions, I'll be very happy to take the questions and answer it.
Absolutely. So, let me quickly share my screen and also talk about the lifetime deal offering that we have with OneHash, guys. You can quickly see my screen right now, and we are on the OneHash sales page that we are offering on PitchGround. Yes, this is a lifetime deal, and the plans start at just $49. But we only have two plans that we are offering. We're not offering different plans, Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, like other tools. We're only offering two plans. You get all of the features basically for all the plans. Yes, we're not limiting you on any sorts of features. It's just the users that we are limiting you on with the plans. See, if you're just starting out, and you'll be needing like 5 users, more than enough. But if you want like unlimited users, unlimited features, every single thing, then you got to go for the lifetime plan. We as LTD holders love everything unlimited, right? So this is the unlimited plan that we are having for 397, and this is the Blaze plan that we are having. That these are the basically the two plans that we are having right now with OneHash. So this is the lifetime deal. I've shared the link to this in the comments down below. You can just check it out. Let me just quickly stop my screen sharing. Perfect, awesome, awesome, awesome.
So
So
to
guys,
add
yeah,
to add to Ninang, with unlimited users plan, which is $397 plan, it is literally everything is unlimited. We don't limit any feature, even with $49 or dollar. So there's no limitations on any features. All plans have access to all the features. Absolute no differentiation. Just one differentiation, with that you have 5 users, and with $397 you have unlimited users. Absolutely zero differentiation, no limitations at all. Use it as much as you want.
and guys, because OneHash is not just handling your sales. Sales is, of course, it's handling really good, but you can use it for your HR, for your employees, for tracking payroll, for projects, for your e-commerce, because it has an ERP integration. It integrates with Shopify. That's a really big integration that I really want to talk about. Then it has every single thing, and
Manufacturing.
on and all software to handle your business completely, be it whatever business that you're having, be it e-commerce or be it IT related businesses, be it tracking leads, an agency. It's handling every single thing, and that is OneHash, guys, for you on a lifetime deal. Everything unlimited too. We're not no limiting on no limit on any sort of features. So yes, that's the lifetime deal you're getting. We hope you're like really satisfied, because we thought yes, everything unlimited. We don't want to limit you with any single thing out there. So
So
guys, since you saw the demo, since you saw how you can essentially convert all the spreadsheet data into a CRM, I want you to quickly address and ask some questions, answer some questions here that we are having. So, in the meantime, please ask your questions, guys. We are looking at it. So, will I find details for small local businesses like SK Auto Electric Works or something?
So as of now, we can pull only those data which are in for which the returns get filed in the government portals, right? So essentially, to answer your question directly, the you can find details about LLPs, one-person companies, private limited, and public limited companies. So people would need to file returns for that. People have to put their data somewhere in public domain. So you can pull only those data right now. It's difficult to pull the data for proprietor companies and partnerships.
Got it. I hope that answers your question. And then moving on to the next question. Does OneHash clean up the data by any chance? Converting like NY to New York as the option that you were saying?
No, so we don't do that. Generally, it's recommended to do that cleanup at a spreadsheet level, and also we do not understand it. I mean, the definition of NY for you could be New York, but for OneHash, if OneHash gets into that, it could interpret New York NY as something else. So we don't do that. But then there are a lot of great tools in Google spreadsheets or Excel spreadsheets. I can definitely help you offline for that. You be a customer, not doesn't matter. I'll help you some of the great tools you can use to clean up those data.
100%, guys. And a spreadsheet level cleanup, there are some really hacks out there. What I've seen, I don't have experience working that much with that level of data with spreadsheets. But what I've seen is that you press few shortcuts and automatically the data is just sorted out. So that's what you got to do before converting all your data to OneHash. So so ignore my query about JJ Auto. It's in the US. So yes, SK again answering your question. SK Auto, if it's the data is available in the public domain, if they have filed their returns, it is 100% will be crawlable over there. Otherwise, it won't be. That's the simple answer that we can give. Why don't you check it out? So, moving on to the next question that we have, and yes, we can you explain the email integration ones? How do we do this drip campaign? So will they have to get like an SMTP somewhere, or I think the user is asking about that.
So you can the user can simply go to SMTP module and can set up an email. Besides, we have a complete detailed documentation available on the website. You can simply go on website, click on help docs, and you'll have a comprehensive detailed documentation. You can also go on our YouTube channel where we have explained it in detail step by step to configure both drip campaigns and email accounts. So just visit our website, help doc section or YouTube section. You'll get it.
Absolutely, and we're also getting the WhatsApp and SMS. I guess it's via Twilio.
So WhatsApp is via Twilio, and there's one more called as Wati.
Oh,
So
Vati, yeah,
Wati is very affordable. So again, we being an affordable solution, so we really want SMBs to empower them with the tools which was never accessible to them. So Wati is really affordable, and then we have full-fledged integration with Wati as well.
absolutely, absolutely. So guys, you heard it. That's the lifetime deal of a OneHash. You have every possible integration out there. Otherwise, you can also integrate using Zapier, Integrately, etc. And please tell us if we had missed out any other integration. We would love to know. We would love to see what integration that we missed out for your business, and we would love to implement it as well. So that is the lifetime deal for OneHash, guys.
And we
Yeah,
we have 24 hour support available, 7 days a week. The tech heads, the founders, they themselves sit on the support and ensure it's a great support. We have a phenomenal feedback from the customers. You can go to a website, you can check at Captera, you can check at GetApp. We have an amazing reviews, and we want to make OneHash, if not the biggest CRM company, but the most lovable brand for sure.
absolutely. So there you heard it from the man himself. You can try out the demo. I've just set down the demo link down there. Check it out. You don't have to enter your emails, any single thing out there. All you have to do is just try out the demo. It's free to try out. Check it out. Check out the speed yourself. Check out all the modules. Check out all the integrations. Try it out, and if you think it's really worth it, then you know where the lifetime deal is. Just grab it. The link is over down there. Plus, we also offer a 60-day refunds. If you think, okay, this is too complicated, this is I'm not unable to do it, we would love to help you out. No worries, we would love to help you out, set it up. You can just reach out to the support of OneHash. They are more than willing to help you set it up. And if you think it's truly not working out, you can just process a refund. You already always have that option for 60 days. So guys, try it out. No risk, no nothing. No email attached as well. Just try it out, and that's the OneHash lifetime deal. OneHash CRM to handle every single aspect of your business, be it sales, be it HR, be it your employees, be it your ERP and e-commerce related solutions, be it your accounting, be it your assets. Every single thing is handled by OneHash. So thank you so much for joining this webinar. And Rohit, thank you so much for such a
Thanks,
detailed
man.
explanation. And you're offered to provide the services. I can totally see how you're customer centric this is, and how you're reducing friction completely from all of this.
Thanks, Minag. Thanks for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.